The results come back, you look at the number, and you're not quite sure how to feel. Is it good enough? Should you be worried? Is this just a bad paper? Or is something bigger going on? After 29 years of teaching, I can tell you this: the mark is rarely the full message. Behind every score is a story about how your child thinks, how they handle pressure, where their understanding is solid, and where it only looks that way. This series is about learning to read that story, because when you understand what the mark is really saying, you know exactly what to do next. Your child comes home with a 58. You're not sure whether to be relieved they passed or worried about what comes next. Most parents look at a 58 and think, my child needs to work harder, study more, practice more questions. But after 30 years of teaching, I've learned that a 58 does not mean a child isn't trying hard enough. It usually means one of three things. The foundation has gaps that haven't been addressed. The method they're using isn't working for them. Or they understand the concept but fall apart under exam pressure. More practice without identifying which of these is the real issue just produces more of the same result. A 58 is your child's way of telling you something. The question is, do you know what it's saying? Most parents I speak to say the same thing. They're not sure what's wrong. Their child is trying, the tuition is there, but something isn't moving. That feeling, that quiet worry that you can't quite name, that's exactly what this series is about. Stay with me. The next few videos may give that feeling a name and show you what to do about it. Your child shows you their homework. Every question answered, every solution neat and complete. You feel reassured, but should you? I've seen this pattern hundreds of times over 30 years. A child who copies solutions without understanding them. It's not always intentional. Sometimes they genuinely believe that if they follow the steps closely enough, the understanding will come. It doesn't work that way. Because in an exam, there is no solution to copy. There is only what they actually know, and that gap between what they copied and what they understood shows up immediately. Homework that looks complete is not always homework that builds understanding. And a child who copies their way through practice is practicing the wrong thing. Your child looks at the question, turns to you immediately and asks, how do I do this? They haven't even tried yet. You've seen it so many times already. Every question, same thing. And you're not sure whether to answer or push them to try first. After 30 years of teaching, I can tell you what this behavior is really saying. It's not laziness, it's not dependence. It's a child who has learned through experience that attempting a question and getting it wrong feels worse than not trying at all. So they ask first every time because asking feels safe, yeah? And that safety over time quietly replaces confidence. This pattern shows up in children scoring 55, 60, 65. The mark doesn't flag it, but I see it immediately. Your child comes out of the exam, you ask how it went. Okay, but I ran out of time at the end. You've heard this before, right? Most parents assume it's a time management problem, so they tell their child, work faster next time. But after 30 years of teaching, I've learned that rushing at the end of an exam is rarely about speed. It's about confidence. A child who is uncertain about their foundation spends too long on every question, not because they are slow, but because they are unsure. They second guess, they check, they redo, and by the time they reach the last 3 questions, time has run out. Speed is not the answer, solid understanding is. When a child truly knows the method, they move through questions calmly and consistently. 3 exams, 3 similar results. Your child is working hard, attending classes, completing homework, and yet the number barely moves. You start to wonder, is this just where they are? Is this their ceiling? After 30 years of teaching, I can tell you a mark that stays flat is not a ceiling. It's a signal. It means the gap between what your child knows and what the exam requires is staying exactly the same. They are keeping up, but they are not closing it. And here's what most parents don't realize. As the syllabus gets harder, a flat mark actually means the child is falling further behind. Even when the score looks the same, yeah? The mark stayed the same, but the gap grew. And that gap responds to the right teaching, once it's properly identified. Thank you for watching all the way through. That tells me you care, and caring is always where it starts. There are more videos on this channel covering different parts of your parenting journey. Subscribe so that the next one finds you. And if something you heard today made you want to talk about your child specifically, my WhatsApp link is in the description. No scripts, no pressure, just an honest conversation.